What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Geeks Without Borders. My name is Gift. Wait, that was the correct one, right?
As we push on to other Marvel products, other content, particularly the TV shows, right? Where we've got really mind-bending, WandaVision, really mind-bending Loki, talking about these huge concepts, fantastical ideas, multi-dimensional stuff, which we're just going to go into more and more.
Yeah.
I did wonder, where does this put the Falcon and Winter Soldier? Where does this put the Black Widow and all the spy genre, what we call spy action genre, in comparison to them? Because the other ones just really push. I really love the way that WandaVision and Loki just really expanded your mind and made you think really long and hard. And those other ones, I wonder what their place is going to be there, because they don't seem to do that. I don't have an answer to that.
JP, you got? Because I kind of know. So, what is happening, and you can see it. I love that Marvel is doing this. They're literally giving us two different endgame consequences simultaneously. So, on one instance, in the surrealness, we're seeing, and we can say this. We've talked about this over, and we said this after Loki. We're really setting up for secret invasion, or we're really setting it up for secret wars. This is the multi-dimensional secret wars that's happening. But at the exact same time, remember, this is in the world of the Skrulls and everything. We're setting up for secret invasion. So we're still getting our down-to-earth realism so that we still have, there's still a consequence that's going on this Earth, on this original timeline.
Yeah,
while we're also, say what?
No, go ahead.
I was like, while we're also starting to branch out and having to see how it also impacts every other world simultaneously. So I love the fact that on one hand, you got Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you have Black Widow, you have Hawkeye, most likely She-Hulk, and then the Marvels that impact everything underground, right? Well, the Marvels are probably more of a bridge between it, but they'll impact everything on the ground. On the other hand, you have WandaVision and Loki, the Eternals, Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, and they're affecting what's going to end up happening on the top, going to the space and time, and they all are going to end up colliding together because they impact each other at the same time. But it's very unique way of what you just told us with what you were just explaining with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was, you have the story of Captain Rogers and the Winter Soldier, but you also have Fury and Alexander Pierce, the power and the soldiers, and we're doing the exact same thing in this. And so I think they collide, they interact with each other, but it is legitimately masterful how Feige and Marvel are putting this together.
It's going to be a tough one to keep going, though.
I mean, I don't think they need. I mean, you want to keep opening up Pandora's box. Like you open up the multiverse. You have carpe diem? No, laissez-faire action on what to do.
Just so every French word
just go through. Eventually.
Oh, s'il vous plaît.
But you get to go. But it's they've talked about teasing into Armor Wars. They've now look. As soon as they finished up Loki, what did we start hearing about? Blade. That's huge because now we're sticking into the vampire element of everything. So now all the groundwork that we're seeing here with Hawkeye, Falcon, Black Widow now has to interact with this underworld while we're also working into we'll come back on it. It'll be a fun edit right here.
I'll cut this bit out.
Yeah.
So has he gone? Has he?
Nah, sorry. My internet's a bit spotty.
No worries at all. At all.
We can cut that bit out
for continuity's sake. All right. So
sorry,
ready?
I apologize. My internet's getting a bit spotty.
No worries at all, brother. No worries at all.
Okay.
We all have issues.
So where were you?
Where were you? As my internet. So okay, let me finish my point. So yeah, so we're getting this the surreal life underneath starting to impact the groundwork, and it's going to lead into Don Cheadle and the Armor Wars as well too. But
Ooh, that's exciting. Yes.
but we're also now getting to over the top. So now they're starting to mention like we're going to see the Spider-Man trailer come out soon. No Way Home, like it's going to come out, and it only comes out because we're working both sides. Again, these are the bridgers, and it's wild. That's it's wild to undertake this. It is a legit, and we still all the stuff that's going to happen from What If is going to impact into real live action in some way, shape, or form eventually.
Yeah, I remember when we were talking about like what I thought about What If. Like initially, I was like, yeah, but after I saw the Kang ending,
Yeah. Made more sense then, didn't it?
everything.
So
Now
so
it makes sense.
exactly. So it all connects together. And I mean, we're getting Dark Avengers, we're getting Young Avengers. These are impactful ground and in the time space continuum because it leads to all the different variations of characters that have to be taken on during the Secret Wars. That will it's inevitably going to happen. Like I don't know why we're trying to pretend like it's not. It's going to happen.
Zemo's out. He's gonna make Dark Avengers Thunderbolts.
Exactly, which is Yelena's Black Widow. It's going to be Abomination. It's going to be which Abomination we are already about to get in what's the next movie?
Tai Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi. Right, exactly. And we forgot that even that impacts into this as well too.
Yeah, the 10 rings. Oh, you've got don't forget you got US Agent in there.
US Agent as well, right? And we're gonna probably get and Red Hulk with Ross is gonna end up coming in as well too.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Exactly.
Thunderbolt Ross. He was in. So someone made the point that Thunderbolt looks a bit skinny, a bit weak in this Black Widow, and he could be looking for a infusion
exactly.
of power and healing.
If we're going by the Red Hulk Thunderbolts, you already have the Punisher, you have Elektra, Thunderbolt Ross. All you need now is Ghost Rider. Who else? Deadpool's
already on his way.
Deadpool in there.
I mean, Deadpool's already been introduced and part of at least connected with the MCU with that Kang, with that good guys, free guy trailer.
I saw that.
So even though it's both characters, like Ty and them are both in the movie, but still, it's nothing is done on accident.
Yes. I mean, it's going to be a real juggling act, and it's going to be you've got so many, plates spinning in the air. You've got this, I guess, this, as you said, the Earth-based stuff, and then you've got this fantastical multi-dimension kind of thing as well. I mean, I guess if anyone can do it, in Feige we trust, as we always say.
I think that's why we got right. I think that's why we got it in Infinity War and in Endgame to see, can we juggle everybody at the same time?
Yeah.
If we can pull this off, then we can do literally anything. And they can do.
I think they can, because I think Feige is taking a cue from what Marvel have been doing in the comics. Like you literally have like your street level guys like Luke Cage, and then you have big bands.
Exactly.
I reckon Warner Brothers should look at MCU's playbook.
So here's the fun part. Warner Brothers already did this. They already did Crisis on Earth. They did it here with the Arrowverse. They started Crisis on Earth, created the multi-universe with the HBO Max show with Titans and the one with Brandon Fraser. They have a separate world for Stargirl, and then the Arrowverse world with Arrow, which now is over, Flash, Supergirl, Superman, and Batwoman. They've already created it, and Black Lightning, and it's already washed. Like they did it first, and it's forgotten.
To pull these things together, pull these threads together for an Avenger type movie. It's for one or even two, like they did with the first two Avenger. Infinity War and Endgame. Have all those characters kind of. That's a tough ask you're putting on some poor writers out there and some directors. I mean, the Russo brothers were, to me, they did it. I wouldn't say they did it absolutely perfect, but they did it like 95% right with Infinity and Endgame. Now there's even more in there, and surely it's going to have to be like an Avengers trilogy to be able to cover all these bases. That's so much story to tell.
Which is why I think they're also using some of this animation stuff, and this is also why they're doing the shows as well, because I think this is their way. Like this is where you go, and this might be conjecture, but I don't think I'm really making anything up. I think that the reason why the streaming shows are even more important than ever is because this is their way of being able to introduce all these parts without having to get everybody for one movie. So instead of what they're doing with What If, one of the big reasons why it's animated is because it would be a cost nightmare to have all those actors and doing all those resets for it. But now that you've shown that you can do an animation version and people are going to like it, whenever we go further down, even when we bring those guys into the live action, we're going to see a streaming version of the show connecting into it. Then we're going to see the big movie one. And we'll probably still see another. It might be 500 million for that big movie one, but the streaming ones are going to be like still setup. So they don't actually have to charge, spend out like $2 billion instead for a movie. They get to spend like half, a little less than that, but still give you the story and give the epic of everything that happens.
Oh, I mean, they've certainly given themselves plenty of platforms. You know, the playground has got so much bigger, and they've got the streaming stuff, the TV shows. You're right, and the fact that these TV shows can go for such a long time. So we got 6 hours of Loki story.
Exactly.
We had about the same amount for Falcon Winter Soldier. So much more story that can be told with so many characters and so many different subplots. It's given them a lot more wiggle room with these characters. So yeah, you're right. You do wonder if one platform will overtake the other, where television does become their main medium. But I suspect, listening to the way that Feige talks, it'll definitely be the movies, the big popcorn movies, the big summer movies that will be the big ones, like
preeminent.
That'll be where it all takes place. When they do Avengers 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever that is. So it's balls to the wall. You got to hand it to Marvel. It's balls to the wall.